welcome back to the channel. Thanks for stopping by. And if you're new here and you've stopped by because you saw something you liked, then thanks for stopping by and hopefully you've subscribed. So I was actually planning to make a video at the weekend, hence that little intro montage you just watched, but things went a little bit tits up basically because of mainly COVID and COVID in the house. I mean, everybody's worktop in the kitchen probably looks like mine does every single morning when COVID is circling around the house. But I did plan to try and have a very minimalistic weekend, do nothing at all, apart from just chill. And I wanted to get the kids to, you know, little starship robots. I'd already planned that when I had COVID and isolating down here in December, but that kind of didn't work. So I planned to do that on Saturday, which didn't really go to plan because I ordered it and was tracking it on the app for like ages and ages and ages. And eventually when it turned up, two turned up together. And I unlocked my one, which actually had someone else's order in it, which then I couldn't, they both just disappeared. So I ended up with someone else's order, which I actually had some of it last night. It was very nice. So I plan to do that again on Sunday so they can have the right order. And basically, this is what happened. Right. According to the app, the Starship robot is just down the hill. The girls are getting very excited because they really want their Kinder eggs and their milkshake. But the milkshake, unfortunately, it's not on the order. And they couldn't replace it with anything, because I didn't give them a replacement option. So I think I'll have to, I think there's milkshake in the cupboard. So I'll have a look. So I'm going to get the girls and hopefully go and meet our robot, which should be on his way up the hill. Right, so River May and I are going to sort the robot out because there he is, over there. He got stuck in the same place yesterday, half on, half up the curb. I mean, it's not very difficult, is it? Just take a different route. You're going the wrong way. My house is up here. Where are you going? I'm not getting upset. River May's getting upset because he seems to be just disappearing the wrong way down the street. I think he's trying to get himself off the curb and come up a different way. But we'll see.
What are you doing? There, look. The Kinder eggs.
So they're quite good, but obviously don't order anything if you, I mean, our nearest one's not too far away, but it's quite a distance. So I wouldn't order anything from the Chinese or the chip shop. I probably would if you just want, like, you know, a couple of cans of Coke and some munchies and you don't mind waiting an hour and a half for the thing to just keep getting stuck up and down the street and going round and round in circles and just stopping going, I'm lost, then pretty much good fun to actually just track, and the kids love it. It's really good, and they talk to you and stuff as well. So then I decided I'm going to do a Sunday roast for everyone on Sunday, because I've not made one for a long time. I used to flap about making Sunday roasts, but I actually really like making them now. So Sunday morning I got the lamb out the freezer, which was a little bit over its like recommended use by frozen period. As soon as I opened the bag, oh God, it was just not very nice. I mean, it wasn't horrible, but it wasn't very nice at all. So I had to bin that off, and then I had to go and get another leg of lamb. But unfortunately, I'm not legal to drive any of the vehicles because the bus was going in for an MOT on Monday, so I couldn't drive that because it was out of MOT. And I'm not insured on Emma's car either. So I thought what I'll do is just walk up the shops, put my AirPods in, listen to a bit of music, go and get a leg of lamb. Walked out the front door, there's my e-scooter from the day before when I went to the pub. So I jumped on that, went and got my leg of lamb, got all the dinner in, lovely jubbly. Then Emma tested positive for COVID, which was not, you know, it wasn't very nice for her at all, because Emma's waited a long time. She's a carer, and in her job, everyone's had it but her. So she kind of feels like a little bit annoyed and left out that she hasn't had COVID. But it's kind of hit her like a steam chain. She's not very well at all. So I'm kind of looking after her, because obviously I have to. And obviously the kids' school and stuff. So currently we have Georgia off school with COVID. Rosie tested positive all the way up to yesterday, but she's back at school now. And we went on a lovely last day of COVID walk in the sunshine. It's a bit windy, but it was a nice little walk. Just me and Rosie, daddy-daughter time. It was really nice. So then on Monday had to get the bus in for an MOT. It's gone for an MOT, and now we have to fix some things on it. But first of all, we've done a tip run yesterday to get all the crap out so we get ready to go back to work. Now I'm going to fix the van today. Jordan done the driver's side top mount and the drop link yesterday, but run out of light. So hopefully today we can do the other side, and then the bus will be up and running, ready for us to go back to work. But I can't really help him. I'm going to try and help him, but Emma with a COVID, she's not great, so I'm going to try and flit in now. And you know what it's like when you're a mother or a father, that little 6-hour window from school going to school and leaving school, it's very small. 6 hours is not a long time at all. So what else have I got? Oh, the rat is really eluding me. It's still made. I know it's there because I just can tell. It doesn't matter what I put in that trap, I can't catch it. And the other day I thought I'll try a drumstick lolly because they're really hard to get off like the wire tie thing. And I caught a mouse again, which I just kind of left in there to mill for a bit while it carried on eating the drumstick. And then I'll just let it go out the front because they don't really bother me because the gauge on the Avery, the square gauge, is like 12mm by 12mm. So I know they can like go through small places, but I don't think it can get in there. So yeah, so that's about it really. Work-wise, we were supposed to be working, obviously, but MOT put us back. We built a cabin last week, which was quite a fun build. I mean, it was a straightforward normal cabin with no extras, but then it kind of turned into like an extra 2 days because the customer wanted it sprayed in wood preserve, he wanted gutter input on the back, and also because it was on a timber frame, his garden was sloping, he wanted he didn't want his dog to go underneath, and obviously the step up to it was quite a big step, so he needed to have a step built. So we had to get more materials, and then we kind of blocked it all in, skirted it all in decking, built a timber step out of sleepers that the customer had, and we finished it with decking. It looked really nice. So we finished that Friday, and our work is delayed, so hopefully we're going back to work tomorrow in Colchester. I don't know, I think so. But I'll have to wait and see. Baby Finch wise. Now, if you remember the 2 hybrid babies, I've kind of like the little one I lost, which was inevitable because it's just not, the parents are not sustaining them. Remember like last month I had 2 baby finches that fledged but would not fly. Parents can only sustain them for as long as they can. So unfortunately, you know, they've got to survive on the floor. They'll be getting trampled on by quails, and them 2 died. Now these 2 hybrid ones, which I think were just, or are, one is just a normal zebra finch, but I'm not sure. Now, I'll say the little one, it didn't ever look in anyway because the bigger one was just getting all the, you know, the bigger gob, mum feeds that one. The Bengalese father stroke foster father, he kind of just like whistles at them, but he doesn't actually feed them. Mum does all that. So I've got the other one. It still will not fly. So I'm going to go in the Avery and have a look and hopefully like get it on the camera so you can see. It's quite a very dark looking face. It kind of looks a little bit different, but it doesn't. But like I said, I've got to try and feed it some water because the parents, mum's slowly like not sustaining it as much as she was. So I need to get in there and sort her out. But I need to go and check on Emma because Emma's, I think she's watching Twilight. She's going to watch her whole Twilight thing because she really like that. But she has actually put an order in for a bacon sandwich. So I need to get these tools ready. So hopefully I can go and make her a bacon sandwich and then go and fix the bus. But I'll show you the little finch in the Avery and see what you reckon, whether it's going to make it or not. I hope it does, I really do. Do I need any more? Well, I could always come back. Did plan on making egg and bacon sandwich, but a little monkey that makes all the cakes in the house failed to tell me there was only 1 egg left, so I made a nice BLT instead. She said it was lush, so I assumed she liked it. Right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in, and instead of going in there and talk about the finch in there because these lot are just so noisy little buggers, I'm actually going to get him out and take him down the shed so I can like get him closer to the camera, try and get him in focus so I can show his face, like the markings on his face, and hopefully like just splay wings out to see if there's any feather problems as to why he can't fly, because like I say, he's just milling around on the floor, he's getting trod on by the quails, mummy is trying to sustain him, it's just flapping around, and it's quite frustrating to watch, and I just feel it's inevitable that it's not going to make it, so I'm going to go and get him out. Right, okay, like I said, I've got him out, and I didn't want to do this in the Avery because they just make way too much noise up there. I can't concentrate and stuff, so I brought him down here where it's nice and quiet, let him calm down for a minute while I've set a light up. I've got my little monitoring thing in front of me so I can see if he's in shot or not. But here's the little guy. I keep calling him a guy, it could be a girl, but you know, it's kind of difficult getting shot, trying to get him focus. He's got his little black markings around his face and that, but to be honest, he probably is just a pure zebra. I'm trying to imagine that he's like a hybrid because that would be really interesting. But, you know, the Bengalese dad has not left him alone. Like I said, mum feeds him, dad doesn't, he just like makes some noise. But like I said, he's full of beans, but I just fear it's going to go the wrong way. So what I'm going to do is try and show you the wings. I'll start with the left wing. Now, to me, it looks like the flight feathers seem a little bit short. Bear in mind that he fledged over a week ago now, and it's just flapping around the floor. But there doesn't seem to be any damage. I'll try and get that shot and focus for you. Try and move my hand. Doesn't seem to be any damage at all. Very see-through wings. Very see-through indeed. But then again, like I said, I don't really know much about. I used to know about zebra finches years ago when my dad had an aviary, but I'm talking like 35 years ago. So that's the left wing. Seems pretty much intact to me. Although, like I said, the flight feathers on the end just seem a little bit short. But like I said again, I'm not sure. Right wing, exactly the same. Pretty much identical wings. Don't seem to be any difference between them. Tail feathers, like I said, a little bit manky. I'm going to try and clean it off with a warm bit of cotton wool or something, because he's obviously just milling around the floor and I'm just getting stuck on the floor. But apart from that, you know, he seems full of beans and in good condition and just wants to try and make an effort, but he's just not. And like I said, he's getting trampled on by the quails, and I do fear the worst, which is a shame because he's a little dude. But like I said, you let me know what you reckon. I mean, I can show you the wings again if you want to see him again. Fingers crossed that she survives. But yeah, to me, he's like a bit too close. Like a bit. Very difficult doing this monitoring stuff. Don't usually do this. But yeah, I like lovely little black markings, but again, pure zebra. So I'm going to get him back in and then set back down. But like I said, any questions about it, if you know anything, please let me know, because I really do want to, well, help him get through this, or her. And I don't really, you know, I don't want to update everyone and say that'll be the 4th zebra finch in a month that has failed to fledge and fly and died because of obviously parents not being able to suppress them, being able to get water properly, and obviously being trampled on the cold at night. So fingers crossed this little dude makes it. Right, so I'm going to get him back in and hopefully, wasting all this daylight, try and get out there and finish the minibus whilst it's nice and warm. Hey mate, come on, let's go. Boom. What I forgot to add as well is that I've checked the feet and the legs and they seem fine. I've also checked the anus as well. There's no swelling or anything untoward there either. So fingers crossed for the little guy. Or girl. All done. Fixed, I think. Well, it is, obviously. Test drove it, not a problem. All it's got to do now is get us to Gloucester or Colchester or wherever we're going tomorrow. Don't actually know, you just get up in the morning and you just put a postcode into the sat-nav and drive. But I didn't bother filming outside because obviously moving the tripod around and getting all different funky angles and with greasy, horrible, dirty hands and gloves on, gloves off, and I didn't want to get the screen and buttons and stuff and the lens is dirty, so I didn't bother. So yes, it's just fixed and it's just, yeah, it's done. So what I've done now is left myself 15-minute window to get some tools put away, get changed, talk to you guys and get up to school to pick the girls up. Like I said earlier, this 6 hours from 9 till 3 goes so quick. Really does. I mean, obviously 6 hours is a long time, but it does go pretty quick when you're trying to be like a carer and a house husband and aviary man mechanic guy. But yeah, it does go quickly, so not long. Fingers crossed I don't have to give any kind of update video over the next couple of days to say the poor little guy didn't make it. I'll put him back in there into his house to try and just let him calm down and get over his ordeal of being pulled apart down the shed. I've also put a little tray in to hopefully encourage it to drink on the floor, because I'm pretty sure it can't reach into the quail's water containers. That said, that the quails are probably just going to fill it with crap and kick it over and it's not going to have any water anyway. But I don't know how much longer Mum can sustain his needs, her needs. I keep saying his, but it's hers. But like I said, fingers crossed it doesn't have to be a sad ending and I don't have to fill you guys in. So fingers crossed, at the weekend, I'm going to try and crack on and get some of the outside of the bedroom done, because it's been long enough now. I need to get some guttering put on, and obviously it's timber, so it needs treating and looking after, so it will, you know, the longevity of it will last longer. So guttering's got to go up at the back. I need to put a couple of trims on. There's a bit still to do on the other side of the rub roof. I need to cut down a little bit of the joist up here where it's catching on our canopy. Just a little bit, just need to shave a little bit off with a hammer and chisel, because it's just touching as you roll it in and out. And then what I'm going to do is put the clear coat paint on, which is the same colour as the shed, but hopefully it goes on there lighter. So I'm going to sand it down, put that on, do the windows and doors a different colour, because like the inside, they just stand out and it just looks a lot nicer. And then Emma needs to put some like stuff on it like she does, like little hangy lights and make it her own, because she's getting that spring kind of feel. Well, not in a minute, she's dying a death in bed, but in general she has like that spring feeling of just wanting to get out in the garden and do things. So hopefully he'll be doing that at the weekend, not updating with anything negative in there. Hopefully catch a rat and not a mouse. What kind of baits would you use? Because most things do work, but a lot of things, the little shites can just get them out and not set the trap off, which I don't understand because it's very sensitive. But we'll see. So thank you so much for watching. If you're not subscribed, but you've been watching my videos, please subscribe to the channel, and then you can just follow along as well. If you turn your notifications on, because that way YouTube will tell you when I've uploaded a new video. Don't forget to like the video, because the algorithm thingy will tell YouTube it was a good, you like the video, and they'll just keep shoving more of my crap in your face. Thank you so much for all the people that helped out with the channel. Really appreciate every single one of you. You don't have to in any way, not at all, but if you'd like to help out with the channel, I will leave links in the description to either become Patreon or just buy me a one-off beer through PayPal. So hopefully I shall see you at the weekend when I can crack on with that. But I do need to put some tools away and get washed up and go pick the girls up from school. So I shall see you, well, next time. Bye.